Hello everyone, this is my Blue Ocean Strategy Capstone course project. Next slide. For Troy University MSM 6650 Capstone course. This project has been developed extensively to serve as the community service workers to significantly reduce and probability of accidents and incidents. Now before we look at the next slide here in this outline, go back one, and look at this outline here, we're going to talk about something here real quick. Now we have all traveled through America's roadways, okay? And we've gone through various cities and your communities and whatnot. And as we travel through the cities, we've probably at one time in our life or another, we've come across an emergency vehicle at an intersection. Okay, when the light turns red, the light turns green, we proceed, but sometimes we have to stop because an ambulance is right up on us and we didn't hear it. Or perhaps an ambulance or a police officer is chasing a vehicle down the street behind us and we didn't hear it until it actually comes upon us. Okay, so this device is integrated, it's created to help save lives and prevent injuries and accidents. Okay, as we'll talk more about this as we go along. But the presentation will start basically with the objectives and spans over a brief introduction of the device. Okay, it is a tier of non-customers that come out and convert into potential customers. Okay, we're going to talk about a revised strategy canvas. We're going to talk about the 4-action framework, okay, that best suited to 6-path analysis. And we're going to go into the buyer's utility map of the key utility levels. Okay, next slide. The product, in consideration of cost-effective traffic integration device that has a built-in GPS and high-tech radio frequency identification. Okay, the refit module integrated inside of it. This device will be integrated into traffic grids and will be used to navigate, locate, assist, and respond to community vehicles. Furthermore, the device will clear out routes for these vehicles prior to their arrival in order to avoid any collision or accidents, as I said before. Traffic jams, logs, things of this nature. Flip the lights, turn the lights from green to red so prevent that ambulance from racing through. Now, let's think for a minute. We go through 15 city blocks in New York City. We see an ambulance racing by. Every intersection that ambulance approaches, it has to slow down to prevent danger. Now, those few moments that it takes that ambulance to get from the time it picks up the injured person to the time it gets to the hospital could be the difference of whether or not that person lives or dies. This device will flip those lights green and make it an easier access path to the hospital. The target customers for this device are community service departments such as police, health, and firefighters. Finally, this device is capable of sending back the location of the vehicle in order to avoid any mishaps to owners. Next slide. Now, this device lays off its counterparts by integration in its development through utilizing the highly efficient, cost-effective electronics in its production. Now, the key benefits that may be utilized from this device could significantly reduce traffic accidents involving community vehicles, increasing the effectiveness of these vehicles and increasing the efficiency of the departments by reducing the response time. Think about it. We can get them from point A to point B faster, more effective, more efficient, therefore utilizing that ambulance for the next call, or that firefighter for the next call, or that police officer for the next vehicle. This device is capable of providing alternate routes. If there's a traffic jam ahead, just like your GPS device, this device will also tell the ambulance driver, for example, or the police officer which way to go, which pattern is quicker to the hospital to avoid traffic jams and delays and congestion. That is also more safe and less congested that would assist these vehicles in reaching their destination sooner. The device has an auto respond button attached to it that is capable of calling for help under any threat in need of backup. This way the device can significantly reduce the response time to its customers. Next slide. The name selected for this device is BTID, short for Blue Traffic Integration Device. The rationale for developing this device is that more than 150 people have died in police-related car accidents since 2004, including 79 car crashes. That's an average of 64 a week. At least 2,494 victims were driving a vehicle. 56 were motorcycles, 22 were pedestrians, and 106 needed hospital treatment. These figures could be much worse if steps aren't to be taken. That's why I've created this device and used it here in my Capstone project. Next slide. Price plays an important role in the popularity of this product. Okay, the strategy in this case would be market penetration. Since this product is new, okay, it's highly desirable, and it constructs an uncontested marketplace for this product. Basically, the price has been selected at $275. It's a good GPS navigation system costs $200, around $200. Okay, which is conventionally installed in police vehicles and ambulances. The value-added service is what we're pinging on here. The value-added service that are being provided long-term with this device includes free installation, standard calibration of the GPS on bulk purchases. So if your department purchases this from us in bulk quantities, we'll show up, we'll integrate it for you, and we'll calibrate this system for you. Next slide. There is a three-tier customer approach that is usually considered for classifying the non-customers that would be convinced with helping adequate strategies and convert them into potential customers. In this regard, the first tier was soon-to-be users would be waiting for an adequate solution to their needs. This segment could easily convert into potential customers if the product or there's the purpose for them. For the purpose of this strategy, however, the soon-to-be users will be the government officials that are in the running for the community service department. These users will have been using the obsolete technology and waiting for the breakthrough that can enhance efficiency in their process. Basically, they've been outdated, doing things the hard way, and we're going to simplify it for them. We're going to get people to the fight. We're going to give them a clearer path, a safer path, and we're going to save lives in the process. And we're going to save money too, and reduce traffic congestion. The second tier of this is the non-customers that are called refusing users. Okay. Now, there are only two possibilities. Okay. The segment is to reject the proposed Blue Ocean strategy that, one, includes high technical integration of the device that is existing system on the limitations that exist for the hardware or software. And two, the intelligence organizations that would be considered a segment since they don't want anybody to know where they're at anyway. So those are the two that we're thinking about. Now, an alternative solution, however, would be to prepare something for the intelligence community that would be completely different, that would help them and keep them isolated, if you will, so people won't know where they are, won't be able to track them. The third tier of customers are referred to as undiscovered or unexplored non-users. Now, these users might be or could be understood as segment that have never considered the proposed offering as an option for their use. Never thought about it. It didn't dawn on them. Can I really use it? Is it really going to help my organization out? Now they're thinking about it. They see it out on a marketplace. They're hearing about it in the news. They're seeing how effective it is. They're seeing how it's working, and they're sitting back and they're thinking about it. These user segments in my Blue Ocean strategy could be the railways department, for example, since they have been effectively using a conventional technology that has been fairly proven effective for them. Trains for beginning of time, rolling down the road, bam, railroad track goes down. Same thing. You don't see a train going down the road and cars running them over, do you? Lets people know that they're coming. Okay, so it's kind of similar to that kind of theory. Next slide. Now, the canvas can be used to identify the capabilities of the traffic control incident response time to the device system. Okay, that means that there are countless factors that can be integrated in this device, which many enhance the current capabilities of the incident and the response time. The community level benefits that may be embedded within this system are countless. A ton of them. The factors that have been taken into consideration are related to the performance of the incident response system could be the distance covered over the device, such as GPS coverage, okay, the refit, radio frequency ID, the internet working capacities, okay, the auto callback button, time delay for backups, and capabilities. Within the help of these stated factors, the efficiency of traffic control devices could be measured and assessed. Okay, next slide. Now, after analyzing these results, we should be on slide 10, right? Okay, so after analyzing the results from these surveys that we've taken, okay, it was observed that this device could easily gain popularity among 3 main departments. Therefore, would no longer need to be performed at any ATL activities, and anticipated and eliminated the touch panel to make it easier to use. Furthermore, these traits were eliminated from the strategy. Not only this, but in the ERRC framework, training costs were reduced due to simplicity of the design and the device along with the marketing budget. The sophistication and the capabilities of this device were raised if you will, to ensure maximum value of deliverability channel for its customers. Lastly, the use of this device was made simple, along with the one-touch button setup and callback feature. Next slide, 11. For the BTED path selected includes to increase the effectiveness of the strategy. And these include path 1. Suggest organizations to look across the alternative industries while formulating and innovating blue ocean strategy concepts. This refers to available alternatives for solutions, which in this case, traffic devices that may have limited coverage and have failed badly. Thus, the path selected will prove to be better traffic integration system. Path 3 suggests that we look across buyer groups, okay, in order to provide a better service and value. This device using that path provides convenience to customers by pitching and associated benefits, allowing them to perform better. Next slide. The final path used in this formulation, the blue ocean strategy, is the 6th path. That is suggests to look across the functionality, emotional orientation of its industry. Get the heartbeat, the pulse. We put our finger on it. The device enables the community workers to excel, to perform, by reducing response time and motivating them to perform their duties. A second too late, they arrive to the scene because of traffic jams, because of red lights, having to stop at each intersection. They got to the house, heart attack victim, dead. Never even had a fighting chance. Why? Because of congestion and because of traffic. Now, not only this, but the users will feel secure. That's some confidence. They'll know that they have a safe pass, a safer path to get where they're going. Secured knowing that this device reports back to the station whether they are and backup, where they need backup, can arrive. Okay, and the matter is just minutes away if needed. They know with a flip of a button as they're racing down there, we need 2 alarm fire. We need a 3rd ladder, a push of a button. And they don't have to worry about, they can focus on where they're going, they can focus on the fight and what they got to do, and they know that backup is already away with a touch of a button. Now, this is a functionality, okay? Not only will this help users feel secure knowing that the device reports this feedback, as I mentioned, okay? This functionality of emotional appeal that could be created with this device, therefore, will help creating uncontested market. Slide number 13. Now let's talk about the purchase for a second. Let's look at these 3 here. The purchase. First question that is usually asked related to the availability of a product is that a product once manufactured would be significantly installed and provide all automobiles of 3 departments. The device would be sold only to the specialized department of commercially with the help of selling agents. To deliver the product, we would deliver it in bulk quantities. These departments, along with the interface and accessories, the average shipment time would range between 3 to 5 days maximum. The use of this product would be very simple, and employees would be given the necessary training for the product. The features and the functions of this product are very helpful in increasing the productivity and the performance and the welfare of the departments. The supplements. There are no supplements that are required for this product. No add-ons. No jumping into like iPad and going into the iStore and having to do uploads all the time and buy this and buy that and this. It's not like that. Okay? This is very simple. Okay? They require the product, and thus therefore would be no hassle for the customer to look at spare parts. This reduces the budget overall cost of the product. Now the maintenance, essentially, there's no maintenance required. This is a particular product. This device would be issued with a certificate of calibration, and the certificate would be valid for 3 years. Could be renewed after that. The only maintenance cost the department has to bear is for the recalibration of the device and the disposal. The disposal of this device is free from hazardous material and are prohibited by the government and thus can be disposed of easily. The disposal would not harm the environment and is not costly at all to dispose of them. Okay, so there's no special place that you have to go to, no special packaging, get special permission to take it to a special place. It's virally and economically sound for the environment. Slide 14. The utility level focuses more on the buyer's experience and is considered a cross-dimensional analysis of the 6 stages in the buyer's experience cycle. Now, what does this mean? With the help of these levels, organizations can potentially unlock countless exceptional utilities for their customers. The 6 utility levels can be considered as a technique compared to the offering of the Blue Ocean strategy versus the Red Ocean offerings. For the purpose of this device, the expected utility levels are convenience, the customer, productivity, and simplicity of the product. The device is aimed to enhance the performance of 3 critical departments by providing accessibility of location along with backup option to help them with just a touch of a button. This rationale is enough to justify the product level and the device. As for the simplicity, the end user of the device not only to have to do with anything, the device is fully automated and would clear the route for incoming vehicles, flipping the lights red to green on the side streets, keeping that main thoroughfare, that main traffic pattern free and clear for the emergency vehicle. The only remaining rationale is for the convenience of the product. Okay? This lever would enforce providing relaxation to the customer in the buying, installing, and disposal of the device. This is my Blue Ocean strategy for my Capstone course. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks a lot for your time and attention.